entails. So we do know that the highly anticipated 2019 Nedbank International Polo Challenge will be taking place at the Ananda Club in Sandton on the 14th of September this year.
South Africa will size up against New Zealand, reigniting the age-old rivalry between the two nations. Drawing inspiration from the spirit of the age, the theme for the Allure Lounge is to be bold, be green and be polo, adding a dynamic twist to the day while epitomizing the marriage of supreme leisure and lifestyle.
Yeah, can't wait for that. Bonnke Shipalana, the communications firm CEO and Allure founder, joins us in studio to perhaps unpack this a little bit more. Bonnke, thank you so much for joining us.
Good early morning.
Polo, man. When I think polo, I just think like elitist, like fancy cars, fancy dress. Is that what polo really is about? I've actually never attended a polo, but
why not?
Because I just thought I'm not elite enough for the polo.
Look, it's not been as inclusive as what it should be in terms of reflecting demographics rather at large. So walk us through how you managed to infiltrate the space and make it more inclusive.
I think for us, we were very lucky to be involved with the polo about 6 years ago. And all we did was just attending the polo. And we fell in love with the sport. And when we did our research, we realized that in Ghana, in Nigeria, it's a big sport. So if it can work in north of Africa, why can't it work in the south of Africa? We negotiated with SA Polo to have our own space, a space that we can invite people like us, people who love the sport at an affordable price. But the big issue about it was for us to expose our people to polo. Because if people are exposed to it, they'll like it. If they like it, they'll get involved in the value chain. Because it's not only a sport, it's also a business.
Yes, no, you're right. I'm just wondering for people out there watching, what are the actual rules of the game? Someone literally told me it's like soccer on horses, which is not the case. Because you're changing horses every 2 minutes, 7 sides, there's a chucker, there's pivot, diving, etc. Walk us through what the rules are.
I think the person who said it's soccer on horses or rugby on horses is very close to the truth. You've got 4 players playing against each other. The main aim of the game is to get the ball between the 2 poles. That's it. Each chucker lasts for about 7 minutes. You've got 4 to 8 chuckers. And in between, you've got a 10 minutes halfway break. The amazing thing about the sport is that, you need about 6 to 8 horses per player to make it work. Because, the horses keep on running up and down. And they won't be healthy for them to run all the time. A game can last anything between an hour and 2 hours, depending on the stop-start of that particular game. And one thing that people are not aware of, only right-hand players can play polo.
Right-handed people? Oh, wow. So if you're left-handed, you can't play polo?
Sorry, lefties.
What did I say about left-handed people? I said that.
It's okay.
No, but it has nothing
brain.
to do with the art itself. It's just for the safety of the players, because you want people to always hit the ball from the same side. But if someone is hitting from the left, someone is hitting from the right, it might be dangerous. So basically, it's a right-hand type of sport.
What are the origins of polo, just generally? Like, for you knowing and discovering polo for the first time, like, for you, what was that like? And then, generally, what are the origins of polo? Where does polo actually come from?
Polo comes from Argentina and also from India. That's where it started. It was played by kings. It was mostly an elite sport, as you were saying. It was an elite sport played by kings and queens, and while the servants and the community were watching. But as time went on, it started to grow. If you watch the English soapies, I'm talking about the kings and the queens in England, the Prince Harry, and everyone plays polo. So all the princes in most of the countries still play polo. But as time went on, now it's all about skill. It's no longer about just sitting on a horse and hitting a ball. There's a skill element around it. So everyone else who has money to take care of the horses can play.
I'm wondering how expensive the sport must be. And then also you're speaking about how, you mentioned how it's the fusion of lifestyle and leisure as well. So, what exactly with this game in particular can we expect from Allure and the game at large?
SA Polo, have done a great job in coming up with this game. It's been over 24 years since this tournament has been happening. Most people aren't aware of that. It was sponsored by another vital branding company. Now it's with Nedbank, and it's at Ananda. That's one. So they focus on the technical side of it, making sure that the horses are there, making sure that the players are there. Our side is to entertain you. And the entertainment starts at 10 o'clock, ends at 10 in the evening. So from 10 until 12, 1, 2, 3. All we want to see is how good you look, sit out, have fun. Polo is played during spring and summer. It's a sort of a summerish type of sport. So people are going to sit and enjoy themselves, eat as much as you like, drink as much.
Happy juice. Happy juice.
And then from 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, that's when the game actually commences. But before that, we have development games that are played, back to developing the sport to be accessible to each and every person. And then from 3 until 5, that's when the real game happens. And we know that anything against New Zealand is
yes, I mean, we've got the
a tough
rugby.
one.
We've got the rugby
it's a
championship.
old rugby one.
That is brilliant.
And then from 6 o'clock onwards, then we allow people to take off their high heels, put on their techies, and then that's when the music pumps in. I know in South Africa, you can't have a function without an after party.
An after party.
An after party commences at 6 o'clock until 10 o'clock. But for us, the 3 elements that we focus on: one is the sport itself, because you're there to watch polo. Number 2 is the dress code. Dress the part. Last but not least is the fun element of the game. That's what we bring you as Allure Private Lounge.
So how do people get tickets?
How do we get tickets?
Contact
How do we get hold of you?
Yeah, that sounds exciting.
You wink at me.
It's double wink.
Tickets are available at 4,370 Rand. You can buy them at CompuTicket if ever you want to. Or if you have a group and you want a discount and you want a private area, you can go to TCF_.za on Twitter and Instagram, and also the communications firm on Facebook. You'll have access to the tickets, or call our office during working hours, 011-463-7550.
Wow. Okay, thank you so much.
Learned
Really
so
appreciate
much today.
it.
Thank you.
There we go, learning about polo.